Alex, can you take us into the room last night when the draft went down?
Yep. It was something new for the group, so it was a nice way to probably break the ice a little bit too. Obviously, coming into a camp, it's exciting. It's a big game of cricket we're about to play, and the guys were anxious, excited, all those feelings. So it was a nice little way just to break the ice and find out which teams we were in. And lucky enough, I'm with Had, so I stick with my fellow keeper coach.
Blow by blow, how did it go down?
Painey was first picked. I think Hickey was smart in doing that, and then you pick the number one bowler in the world, don't you? So Paddy was next, and then it sort of just flowed on from there. And I think there might have been a bit of wording up before the draft who sort of needed to be together, and that's the way it worked out. So all a bit of fun, but yeah, I ended up with Hads, and Hetty's my skipper.
Has there been any banter between the two sides yet?
No, we ended up going after and having a team feed, and we weren't sure if we all sit together or if we sit on different tables, but it's been a bit of good fun, and obviously we trained as our team today, and the other boys will head over shortly.
You have a bit of a chat with Steve Waugh for a while out there. What's he brought and what's he specifically said to you?
Yeah, he's obviously, having Steve's amazing for the group. I don't know, I think he's won 9 Ashes, something like that. We obviously get the stats, but it's a lot. And been over here and played a lot over here. So to have the knowledge of Steve Waugh, one of the greatest Australian cricketers, be a part of this group is something really we're lucky to have. So personally, I just had a quick chat and just getting to know Steve. So it's quite early, and he'll mentor us and have his spin on things, and it's just great knowledge to have.
Did you have any specific questions for him? Is there anything that you really wanted to glean?
No, not really. Not at the moment. Steve's been watching the one day stuff and obviously commentating a bit there. So I've had a few little chats with him. But yeah, more just moving now into the red ball and just getting that focus in a bit of a longer format. The patience of the game, staying focused for longer. So little things I think will come out over the next few days. The more we train, the more you start talking, you start asking questions, and
I think Finchy said before the World Cup that everyone wanted to impress Ricky when he was around the group. They were like Justin Bieber. Does Stephen have that same sort of impact?
Yeah, he does. I think it's natural. As soon as you see an Australian great, you want to impress them. Obviously, Ricky's one. JL was another as well coming into this group, and now we've got Steve. So and they're really great guys. Like having Ricky was so good to have around the group. Who was, it was a lot of fun. It had good banter as well, so everyone felt sort of comfortable around the group, and Steve, I'm sure, will be the same. So he introduced himself to the group last night at the draft, and we'll get to work with him over the next week, and then whoever's in the squad will have most of the tour with him.
Alex, how I suppose do you look at where your red ball game's at, given all the World Cup focus that there's been, and it's been quite a while since you've played one?
Yeah, my last one was in Sydney before Christmas, I think. So it's been a little while, but I thoroughly enjoyed the World Cup, and getting some opportunities with the bat, and obviously keeping's my first priority. So I'm really looking forward to training the next few days with the Red Bulls. A nice hit out today, and then going into a highly competitive match on Tuesday. It's really exciting. I think not too much changes. I know that it's a different coloured ball, and it's once you get out in the middle, you're facing the bowler, and you do the best you can. So I'm really looking forward to playing again with the red ball. The conditions might be quite tough and bowler friendly, so it's going to be good work.
I was going to say about Steve Waugh. He said on BBC commentary that you reminded him a bit of Mike Hussey when you were batting in the semi-final. Did that get back to you?
Yeah, if I'm half as good as him, I'll be happy. But he's he's an incredible player. But it was nice words. Don't read too much into that. As I said, he's a pretty incredible player, and I'm just trying to make my mark at the moment.
How have you tried to evolve your game as a batsman, irrespective of the format?
Yeah, I guess different circumstances throughout the World Cup was some really good learning experiences for me as well, and having Smith and Warner back in the side, and the experienced guys I got to bat with, you learn a lot out in the middle. Obviously batting 7, you hope to come in the last 10, and if you don't, you do your best through the middle to be busy, occupy the crease, all those. At times it felt like just play good cricket and play a bit of Test cricket at times, just absorb some pressure, and had to rebuild at times. So yeah, it was good just to go through, I guess, different circumstances and have some success.
How's your chin?
Chin's all good, a few stitches and we're right to go. So I have to see the plastic surgeons and make sure there's no scars there.
That didn't have any bearing on you not facing the Quicks today?
No, it didn't. That's just the way it worked out. I think they had limited overs, so we'll get a hit out again tomorrow and a lot more net bowlers. So Rhino's pretty good on the winger too. He's one of the better ones we've faced.
How do you go in a squad where there's 3 glovemen essentially, and 4 if David Warner had the gloves on trades, but 3 glovemen all vying for 16 or so Ashes spots?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, it's a pretty unique situation, unique game we're about to play in. Just do our best, I guess, and go out and hopefully perform is firstly what we want to do, and go from there. So yeah, I'm really excited to get an opportunity with the gloves on Tuesday, and simple as that.
Everyone talks about the Duke's ball and what it means for batters and bowlers. What does it mean for keepers? Like, it can wobble late and it brings its own idiosyncrasy.
Yeah, definitely. I experienced a little bit of it in Australia. I still think the conditions are different over here, so it's going to be interesting to see how much it does wobble after it hits the seam and how much it swings after. So the white ball doesn't do it as much, so I'm looking forward to that challenge as well. I think Payne's had a few catches obviously in the A Tour, and said there's a bit there. So especially with Cummins and Hazelwood and these guys that stand that seam up, it does play some tricks. So I'm excited for the challenge.
Just one on I guess the arc of your career and playing footy and sort of missing that little I guess developmental chunk as a cricketer and coming back. Do you still feel like you're learning and improving a lot with every game that you play, as in a little bit different than if you just spent that whole time playing cricket?
Yeah, definitely. The last probably 6 to 8 weeks have been a massive learning experience for me, and then going back 12 months even. So every time I go out to play, I try to learn as much as I can from success or failures. Learn from the experienced guys in the team, and once you get put under pressure, you learn a lot about yourself pretty quickly as well. So yeah, it's been a bit of a different journey, but I think it's also helped me a little bit as well. Having a few setbacks, you sort of realise what's important, and make sure you come back to training and try to get better every day.